Hey, what's up guys? I'm BTC. We just got a sneak peek at a brand new skin, but I think it's going to be much bigger than that. In fact, over the next couple months, I think there's a really good chance that we're not just going to get a couple new skins, but we're going to get over 300 new character skins. So to start, all of this information is coming from the Overwatch League, and they just made a pretty big announcement, and it's really short, so I'm going to quickly read it for you. It says, "We're thrilled to share the first official name for an Overwatch League team, the Shanghai Dragons. The dragon and the color red were chosen as themes in the team's logo because they resonate with Chinese culture and history. Congratulations to team owner NetEase and the Overwatch League Shanghai Dragons." So this on the screen right now is a picture of their logo, and then right next to it you're going to see what is a custom skin for Mei. Now the quality of this skin is basically epic because there's different rules for like what can be a rare, what can be an epic, and what can be a legendary. Legendary skins don't look anything like the default, and epic skins look like the default, but they have a bunch of extra stuff added to it, whereas the rare ones are just like a palette color swap of the default one. So this one falls under the rules of epic. You can see it's a different color. It's got the bright red and the yellow, and then it also has the Shanghai Dragons logo on it. Now, it's entirely possible that they could label it and price it as a legendary, but I think there's a really good reason why they made it look like an epic, and that's because epics more closely resemble what the default skin is, whereas the legendary skins tend to be kind of like unusual, and they bear a similar resemblance. Like, you can tell what the character is if you've been playing for a while, but for someone that's brand new to the game, or they're watching a tournament for the first time, if they see a legendary character skin, they might not easily recognize the character, whereas the epic skins are very close to what the default is, so there should really be a lot less confusion. Now that's really important because on official Blizzard tournaments, they force all of the players to use the default skins. And that is really important because I think when the Overwatch League starts, the players are not going to be using the default skins anymore. I think they're going to be using skins that were specially made for their team. Now, this Mei skin right here was specifically made to match the theme of the Shanghai Dragons. And I want to read you something else because this was posted a little bit while ago, and this has to do with the new custom stuff that they're going to be selling in the game, and they're going to have profit shares with the teams and the players. So here's that little snippet. It says, "We're keen on making sure that the teams will be able to share in the Overwatch League's overall financial success and be rewarded for investing in their home cities. With that in mind, teams will all receive an equal share of net revenues from league-wide advertising, ticketing, and broadcast rights deals. At the same time, they will keep all local revenues up to a set amount each year. Past that amount, a portion of the local revenues will go back into the league-wide shared pool for teams. Overwatch players will be able to support the collective teams via special in-game items, as 50% of the revenues from these items will flow into the shared revenue pool. These arrangements will help ensure that teams have the resources to establish and grow their local Overwatch communities for years to come." So after reading that and seeing the announcement today, I don't think that this Mei skin is going to be a one-off thing. I believe that all the teams are going to get a unique uniform, because remember, Blizzard is trying to compare the Overwatch League to things like the NBA and the NFL, and what do pro teams have? They have jerseys, they have uniforms that they wear during the game. Now, yes, the players can have jerseys themselves, but they're probably going to want something to represent them in-game as well. Now, other games like Dota don't necessarily have specific character skins for everything for a specific team, but they do have like banners and other kind of in-game imagery to represent each team. And I think what Blizzard is going to do is, rather than having the default skins for all the characters, I think every single team is going to get their own character set uniform. So all of the Shanghai Dragons, they're going to have a Mei uniform, a Tracer, a Soldier, a Reinhardt. All of their characters are going to have this red and yellow theme to it with the Shanghai logo on them. And then that is where the in-game purchases and stuff, the microtransactions from the fans come in, because we're going to be able to buy those. I don't think any of these skins are going to be available in loot boxes. I think you're going to have to buy them through the store, through microtransactions, and when you buy it, say you spend like $2 or $3 or whatever you spend on it, half of that is going to go to the team. So in this case, it would be the Shanghai Dragons. So what does that mean? Well, there's 12 teams, and currently there's 25 characters. That means when the Overwatch League kicks off, I fully expect there to be 300 brand new skins, and each of them is going to be themed after the different teams. Now, we're actually expecting another character, so that's 26, so that would actually mean 312 new skins as soon as the Overwatch League kicks off. Now, for those of you who are thinking that's way too many skins, it's not going to happen, there's no way the Blizzard art team could do that, I would say hold on a second, because remember, Blizzard is spending hundreds of millions of dollars to kick off this Overwatch League. And if they're going to do it, I'm hoping that they're going to do it right. Also, another thing to keep in mind is because these are epic-style skins, they don't have to completely redesign it. It's pretty much just a color swap, and then they just slap a logo on top of the uniform. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it's going to be a little bit different for each of the characters, but for the most part, I mean, there's probably minimal work to make all of these additional skins. Now, here's another thing to consider as well. It might not just be 300, it might actually be twice as much, as many as 600 or more new skins. Reason being is because all professional teams have 2 jerseys. They have one for home and one for away. And the reason is because there's only so many colors. You got red, blue, green, yellow, orange, purple, you know, there's only so many colors that you can actually pick and have the 2 teams actually kind of opposite one another. And that's the whole goal with the uniforms. You know, you don't want one team to have a red uniform and then have another team that's basically also a red uniform, because then it gets confusing for everybody that's watching the game. So they have to have 2 different uniforms that are contrasting. So that's why you have the home and the away. So it might be a ton of new skins that could be coming with this. And again, I think it's not going to be available through the loot boxes. I think these are going to be microtransactions, and whenever you buy it, half of the money is going to go to the team. So what do you guys think about this? Personally, when I see Blizzard spending tens of millions, hundreds of millions of dollars in order to make this grand professional league, I'm thinking that making uniforms like this, there's a pretty good chance of it. Or, you know, maybe I'm just crazy. Anyways, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Also, don't forget to check out my Discord server and follow me on Twitter. The links for that stuff is down below. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button. Remember, always blame the controller, because it's never your fault. Also, special thanks to all my Patreon supporters for helping to make this all possible. If you'd like to see what kind of cool rewards you can get for supporting the channel, check the links on screen and down below.